So serious.
Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Love and Light
TV with Kingz in Konversation.
No. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Kingz in Konversation. It is so good to have an opportunity to spend time with my boys, my kings. This is so amazing. I'm Mike.
I'm Enrique.
And I'm Mocha.
So let me say this before we get started. Y'all look always amazing, and I know y'all be doing y'all little thing.
This.
And look what
You
they
know, that's
said.
really cute.
I love that.
King.
Hey.
So listen, as you all know, here on this show, we absolutely love jewelry. And so we want to talk about this necklace because so many people have been asking about this necklace.
So many people talk about all of his necklaces.
Yes, they do. So please tell us.
I shop with Hard Knocks Jewelry.
Okay.
Are
they on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay.
The Instagram is Hard Knocks. That's HARD underscore.
Right.
KNOTS underscore.
Okay.
Jewelry.
Jewelry.
That's a lot of underscores. But
Hard
we got
Knocks
you. We're going to put it on the
Jewelry.
screen for y'all.
And they have just like a big supply of jewelry for men, women,
Yeah.
children. They will even design something. Like if you say I want a specific type of necklace or
Right.
a bracelet design, they'll do that for you as well. And it's reasonably priced. Like it's not a lot of money.
Listen,
And
you be killing these
Well, Hard
necklaces.
Knock, I need y'all to send me a bracelet.
Please send me
a
something.
bracelet. I just want a
Because we
bracelet.
love jewelry, but no, that necklace looks
I
amazing.
appreciate
The
it.
other chunky one you had on
like
the
every
other day.
necklace that I wear has came from Hard Knocks Jewelry.
That was the last one we had in one of the scenes that we did with was it the lion or a panther?
It was a lion.
Yeah, it looked really
Everything
good.
has come from Hard Knocks Jewelry.
Mm.
Very, very good jewelry store. They've been in business now for like 5 years.
Okay.
And so like they're constantly
Are
just
they black
putting out
owned?
more. Yes.
Oh,
You know they black on. We talking
Gordon-
about this Wakanda King. You know.
Yeah. Gordon Newman is the owner.
okay.
Gordon Newman, and he does really, really good.
Well,
work.
shout out
Gordon,
to
I
Mr.
just want a
Gordon.
bracelet.
That,
My
I ain't gonna
address
lie.
is 66.
No.
I'm giving the address to the restaurant.
Way out there.
Go to the website. Go to the website www.hardknocksjewelry.com.
We will make sure we put that on the screen, their Instagram and their website, because it looks amazing. And people always comment
They
on
always.
how your jewelry
Everywhere
looks.
I go, people are always asking, and I tell them.
But you
Hard
wear
Knocks
it well,
Jewelry.
too.
Well, I do what I can.
You know,
I
Jesus.
do what I can.
So anyway, y'all, this episode is a review of the Real Housewives of Potomac.
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 Potomac,
Episodes
yes.
2 and 3.
And you know, I am really feeling it.
Good.
I am feeling
That
it.
makes one of us.
You're not feeling
You're
it?
not-
I am not.
I'm loving
Whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Loving
whoa.
it.
Why are you not feeling the Real Housewives of
And I thought you
Potomac?
would have liked-
No,
I thought you would
no.
like that.
I liked episode 1.
Okay.
Episode 2 kind of.
Right.
And then we got to episode 3.
Right.
Now, the thing I do love about it is the unity and the beauty of the black women.
Okay.
I do love that, but
Unity, I was just seeing
Ooh.
those.
no. When I say unity, meaning all of them being on one show.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm still not completely sold.
I'm gonna wait before I say what I'm gonna
So
say.
because I don't
It's
even really want
somebody
to talk
who
that.
I'm really not feeling right now. Who I was feeling in the beginning, who I'm not really feeling now. But
Okay.
we'll talk about it when
So,
it's,
I still love Monique. Shut up.
Episode 2. Episode 2 to me was just a continuation of episode 1. So we've already covered most of that. So we're going to talk about episode 3 specifically. But one of the things that I saw was that the girls had this dinner for Ashley, right? And remember, Ashley just had a baby.
Mhm.
And last season, again, because we didn't talk about this in the first episode, Ashley had a very hard year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her husband was accused of sexual misconduct with one of the cameramen. He was
But
drunk.
make sure you say what you said.
What?
Camera.
Men. A
Make
cameraman,
Now,
yes.
you said it, but I want to make sure
Yes.
that they understand.
That it was a male. And
He
so
grabbed on somebody's butt,
someone's
right?
butt.
Okay.
But this has happened multiple times. And every single time, Ashley has made some type of excuse as to what was really going on until there was a sexual assault charge brought against him. I don't know what happened to the sexual assault charge. I don't know if the guy dropped it. I don't know what happened, but the case was dismissed or thrown out, right? So all the girls, they saw different things. And whenever Mike, that's her husband's name, whenever he would get drunk, he would talk about how he wanted to suck dick and how he liked other cast members' husbands' asses. Really? And even Giselle confronted him and said, stop doing that. And then she said it on the reunion. He said, stop doing what? She said, grabbing another man's ass. Yeah. So this has been a normal behavior. But let me say this. In the white community, because I'm just catching y'all up to speed. Go ahead. In the white community, white gay men they have certain passes that black gay men do not get.
Very much so.
You know what I'm saying? So. And so I don't know if this is just him being bisexual. I don't know what it is, but he's definitely not being honest. And his wife has defended him to the hilt.
As she should. She's the wife.
I don't think so.
So you're saying he's not being honest?
He's not.
I think she's not being honest.
Oh, she's not either.
Because I think he's being honest with her. She's not being
honest.
honest.
Well, he's not being honest publicly because he's saying, because this is what he said in court. I never touched him. That never happened. If it did, it was an accident. And it was at Monique's house and they had it on camera. But for some reason, Monique could not find the footage. And her house is always under surveillance camera. Okay. So Monique, we're not going to accuse you of anything, girl. Let's move on. I already gave you an apology. So Candace came for Ashley last season, right? Mm-hmm. Her and Ashley was going back and forth. So they had a dinner to try to get them to make up. What did y'all feel about Candace's stance on?
I loved it.
I'm not apologizing in front of y'all.
I loved it too. Because as she said, was this a dinner for Ashley or was this
something for y'all to just jump on?
Because if that's the case, then call it then. And no, seriously,
you're right.
Don't attack. Don't bring me somewhere to celebrate. And it was already big of her because her and Ashley weren't getting along.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It was already big of her for her to come, for her to bring a gift. Yes. Even though she asked them not to bring a gift, she brought a gift. So that was saying, I'm trying to make a move.
Well, no, she brought a gift to the baby shower. But we're talking about at the dinner. Yes. It was big for her to come.
But her coming because they had an argument.
Right.
Prior to, they weren't on good terms, period. Right. So for them to bring Candace there and say, well, we feel,
Giselle.
It isn't about what you feel, it's about what I feel, and when I feel compelled to do so.
Exactly.
And as I've said on other episodes about other people apologizing, don't force an apology out of a person because now I'm only saying it because you asked me to do it.
You did.
And the cameras are rolling.
You did.
But it's.
And what I loved was even after all of that, her and Ashley actually had an opportunity to talk and to hug and say, yo, we'll talk about this at another time.
And she said, I didn't think I was going to be on
So let me tell y'all a little something about Candace's mom that y'all may not know. Candace's mom is a therapist. I know.
The therapists that need therapy?
And no, but guess where she's a therapist at? Here in Atlanta.
Yeah,
really? Yes. Here in Atlanta.
The therapist that needs therapy.
Down. Yeah. And so what's crazy is that I honestly think that Candace is being sincere. She's like, I don't want to give you an apology in front of an audience. I want it to be sincere. I want it to be real. So I thought that was something. But I want to give a huge shout out to Giselle, which I'm going to probably do all season.
I don't know why, because I did not feel her.
Because listen, Giselle will keep a scene going. Y'all hear what I'm saying?
Oh, beautiful. I'm sorry.
She's gorgeous.
God, she's beautiful.
But let me tell you something. Giselle be starting trouble.
She does stir the pot.
She stirs that pot.
She stirred that pot.
I don't think so.
Yeah. She stirs that pot.
I think she's the big sister that is looking for resolutions. That's what I get from her.
Well, you know what? I almost agree with you because she's working to become a first lady again. Right. So I do kind of see that, but she also knows what it takes to keep a scene going.
And this is why, with the situation with Monique
and Sharice.
Monique and Sharice. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The reason why it's going that way is because what I want them to do, if they're going to tell it, they need to tell everything.
Right.
Don't just tell it in bits and pieces because what's going on is when they're getting the bits and pieces, you got Monique and Candace, they mad at each other because They don't know everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She was, that's why Candace calls her wishy-washy or
Right.
flip-flop.
Right.
Because she thinking that she's being a flip-flop. She doesn't know,
right.
Everything that happened.
Right.
She don't know that Monique was cool, but now she's mad because she found out what you've been doing
Sharice
behind her back.
She did know that, Candace did know that Monique and Sharice fell out. But she also knew that it was 2 or 3 years ago.
She didn't think it was that deep.
Exactly.
She also didn't know that Ashley was the one that gave the dirt.
She don't know that yet because, she knows it now because they've shown it on TV.
Right.
But she didn't know that at that particular time.
So when Giselle bring all of that to the table,
sure did.
She need to go and say, well, look, this is where it came from. This is what was said, and this is how it was said. That way, it's not going to be no confusion.
I agree with you on that. I feel like when she asked her how long has when Giselle said, how long, Monique, have you and Sharice been friends? She already knew that was a sore spot. She already knew that was going to cause a little ruffle.
Stirred it. I said, look at Giselle starting shit.
You're going to get up off Giselle.
I love her. She's gorgeous.
You're going to get up off.
Let me tell you, I love me some
starting trouble.
Some Giselle. I am not high and I have not been drinking.
You have not.
Okay, listen to this. So I'm gonna make this good point. Dr. Wendy, in your first confessional look, it was a mess.
Oh.
Every scene I saw her in, she looked beautiful. That curly Jerry curl wig was a mess. Did y'all see what I'm talking about?
You know what's funny to me is that every time we do a review, you always on confessional.
You know why?
You are big on confessional.
Because they need to do better on that. Because she looked a mess.
I don't think she looked a mess.
So when it comes to Dr. Wendy,
I love her.
I actually love her because she's staying true to her roots.
Yes, she is.
She's raising her kids in their roots.
Exactly.
And she's only catty when they bring cattiness to her.
Right.
And I love that because she's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful black woman. And when Candace made the statement, the brown girls.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Because I think that so many times, even in black culture, we have preferred or we have pushed the Halle Berrys and the light girls for so long. And to now see the brown girls making a hard come up.
That's why I love Kenya more. Even though, but
I still love her for that.
Yeah, she was like my first love when it came to black. Yeah,
exactly. Because she showed that you can be just as beautiful as the light-eyed bandits.
Mm-hmm. That's
right. Now I think I'm always gonna think Giselle is the shit.
So what did you think about Miss Karen? How she's always throwing shade at Wendy? I think
it's intimidation.
That's that light.
No. I think it's intimidation because
I agree.
Wendy is here with her.
Yes, she is.
And you're not gonna come into the fold and be here.
Yeah. Right. Because
you got to come here when you come.
Because Karen really does have something over all the other girls. She's been married longer. You know what I mean?
She's older.
She's older. And I say this because it's true. She really is married to the Black Bill Gates. That man has made a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So where all the other girls may have, $1 million, $2 million, they coming out with 20 million, 40, 30 million, whatever. So I just think that it's amazing how now you got Dr. Wendy, who can match you because guess
what?
That's
what I said.
Karen ain't feeling it.
It's an inferiority.
And when she said she's not impressed, to me that was such.
And she said it twice now.
That was such.
I knew it was shade because she's always treating Wendy like she don't know her.
Right.
Like she's just meeting her for the first.
Yeah. You know who it reminded me of?
Shade is hell.
You know who it reminded me of? Mariah talking about Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, and who are you? Like
she talking about I'm not impressed.
Jennifer Lopez.
Did I say it wrong?
Just like Latonya.
So Ashley and Michael decide to go shopping for Baby Dean, right? Baby Dean looks just like his daddy.
Yeah. They went. Oh no.
Yeah, they went shopping.
They were shopping.
But did you see Mike's attitude?
So how he was treating her?
Like, can we hurry up?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. Does he always treat her
Yes,
like
he does. Every season, he has treated her horribly.
Which goes back to
the fact that man, he's gay, and this is his beard.
No, what we said earlier.
What? That white privilege. Yeah, I definitely agree. And you know what? I honestly wonder if he would have got with Ashley if she was darker skinned. Or didn't have a white daddy.
Now I can understand more now why Candace calls him the overseer.
Exactly. And that's why Ashley got offended when Candace said that because
in her
back to
mental,
slavery.
and in her mental, she probably
felt
that
way. Yeah.
But once she said it, it's like, damn, somebody else noticed it in it.
So I want to give a huge shout out to Pastor Jamal Bryan, who I thought done something amazing.
Oh, yeah.
He took his family on a yacht for Giselle's birthday.
Can you take me on the yacht?
Right. We will go, Pastor Jamal.
I'll go.
You know, and we know you belong to Giselle. We don't care.
No, I ain't trying to have. That's no,
we don't just go on the yacht.
And
that's the yacht part.
The gift that you gave your daughters,
amazing.
It's 3 of us.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Claiming it right now.
But no,
what church you go to?
The fact that he invested in their future,
was great,
was wonderful. And
as a black man,
and I again identify with that, having 3 kids,
yes,
and doing all the things that I do for them to have something beyond me once I'm gone.
Exactly.
And that's why I do the things I do, so they have things to look back on and they have a legacy to build on. So
it inspired me.
I want Giselle to go ahead and put Lil Mamas in their place because they acting a look. They being a little,
according to our
I need her to go ahead and drop the. I need her to go ahead and be a black mama for a minute and be like, look,
our comments,
I need y'all to lighten up a little bit. So
that people feel that the kids' perception, the kids' opinion is very important. I don't, because as I said before,
I do.
I don't. As I said before, I brought you into this world. No, I brought you into this world.
Mama.
What I say,
that's
goes.
Daddy. You're not gonna sit here and make me feel bad and make me feel guilty about being with y'all dad.
And that's what's going on with millennials. That's why the breakdown is happening.
At some point, she has got to separate the children from the. She can't. Right now, there's no I'm mother and y'all are the kids. Right. She's letting them just handle her.
Exactly.
And she got to be a black mama for a minute.
Okay, let me go on the other side. I think that the children are doing exactly what is expected when you have seen your mother cry, when you have seen your mother break down, when you have seen your mother almost give up. I'm telling y'all, before Giselle got on Real Housewives of Potomac, when she was the first lady, Giselle had a reputation of being nasty, being mean. Nobody liked her as a first lady because she was miserable in her marriage. We don't know and I don't know if Pastor Jamal ever put his hands on her. That has never been reported. I doubt if that ever happened, but he broke her. And I'm sorry, if I ever seen my mama get broke by a nigga, and then that nigga come back, which that did happen when my daddy tried to come back, I was not for the shit. And I'm being dead ass honest because I saw my mom cry. I saw how it was when my dad decided to go be with another woman instead of being with his family. But once I got older, then I had to blame my mom and be like, first of all, you shouldn't have had a baby by a 23-year-old. That was your fault. And she was only 5 years older than him. But still, you had a baby by a 23-year-old. Right? So at the end of the day, like when you've seen your parents break or you seen your parent break, you can't help but look at you like, I don't know. So this could be very traumatic and very hard for these girls.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So I'm going to step in because I went through the same thing and I felt the same way. And looking in into the situation, I felt like I'm going to step in. You're not gonna do this to my mom,
right?
But being the adult and being raised by strong black people, I don't care what you feel. You got to do what I said. You got to ride with what I say.
But how do I psychologically
see? We've gotten into the psychological aspect of it now with the way that America is.
Right.
But
before then,
right, exactly. And so I don't feel that they have an actual say so because they're kids. They don't understand.
They're teenagers.
It don't matter. They don't understand. They haven't lived a life. They don't get it. And until they go through what she has gone through, they can't
lived
really
life
say.
long enough to sit here and tell me how I need to act with my husband or how I should behave with my husband.
Because what happens when they go through it and they say, well, okay, I'm going
now
back to him.
Understand.
Right, I'm going back to him. And then you're like, well, you told me. That's why I always tell you until you're in that seat.
That's true.
So as a child, you ain't been through enough life.
So what do you suggest they do to help these girls
respect their mother and father?
Have your opinion.
But psychologically,
but go through therapy, like you said, suggested on the review of episode 1. They have to go through therapy so that the girls can express how they feel, and the parents can express what has happened, and the girls can, and the parents can come to an understanding.
I agree.
But the girls are probably not going to get it because, as I said, we're in a millennial stage with social media now, so it's a lot of connections that are being lost.
And especially, I'm sure now, their social media is being inundated.
Oh, yeah.
Your daddy this and your mama dumb. And so I can only imagine how the parents now are trying to have to...
They may have to go through social media fast. No, seriously, because in order for them to reconnect with each other, to bond, it's going to have to be to exclude outside sources. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Because...
And you know who else I thought about? I thought about his church members. Because people are so cruel on social media. Like, you know, your pastor this, your pastor that. And you all know, I know how pastors really live. I know that pastors can be on drugs. I know pastors can be hoes. Don't none of that move me. Because as long as the anointing of God is upon you, that's all. But for some people, they don't see it like that. So I also thought about how this is affecting them, his spiritual children, as well. But I agree with you. Therapy is the key. So Ashley and Michael, they have their sip and see for Dean. Candace came, like you said, she brought a gift, which I thought was sweet.
I did.
It was really nice.
And it was genuine. It was because the cameras follow her. It wasn't a let me just get this gift.
No, she was like,
she literally said, "Well, what? Since we're here, let's."
Yeah. She that was from
and they reminded us that Candace is also a stepmom.
Because I didn't know that until
I forgot all about that.
A bonus mom. A bonus.
Yeah, I thought that was sweet. So, let me ask you this. Speaking because we all have been on the production side of media, do you all believe that they should have filmed all the ladies at that sip and see with the baby? Now, I know they did it for Phaedra, but do you believe that they should have done that in this particular setting with all of the ladies and the drama start popping? You know drama's going to start popping off. Do you think that that was the right time to do that?
Both of them, baby.
I don't.
If you had a sip and see, would you, and you were on a reality show, would you let them come film that?
Well, see, if I was on a reality show and I did a sip and see, I would only invite the people that I want to see. Sip and see.
Right.
Yeah. I wouldn't put myself in a predicament that it will become dramatic because, again, a lot of people don't understand that when it comes to children, I'm gonna go back and then come back around.
Go ahead.
So, when I talk about low self-esteem for myself, I was burned over my entire face when I was 1 year old. It burned my face, disfigured my face, disfigured my shoulder.
Wow.
I remember that, and I was only 1.
Wow.
So you never know what children can remember. So you have to watch the things that you're putting in front of your kids because it could be very, very, very traumatic. And you know, it wasn't until I was in my early 40s that I started to gain somewhat. Shut up. Until I gained somewhat of my self-esteem. So when it came to that scene, I don't think, because you don't know what Baby Dean is taking in. You don't know what he's absorbing. You don't know. So for me, if it was me, I would have only, and I don't care what production said, either I'm only inviting the people that's going to bring positive energy, and we're going to have a nice thing, or I'm not bringing this thing to the camera. No.
Because the first thing that they did, back to Giselle, they started on the Candace and Ashley thing. But what I loved about Ashley, and I've always loved this about Ashley is a 100% transparent person when it comes to everything but her husband. Yeah. She tells the truth. She's very open. And she told Candace, we were talking behind your back, and this is what we were saying, and this is where it was while she was breastfeeding.
While breastfeeding.
So I'm sitting there like, okay, girl, you gonna confront her while you got a baby on your titty. So, but okay, shout out to Candace, who decided to leave instead of blowing the hell up.
She did the right thing.
Because y'all know I'm still working on that. When I get triggered, I'm learning. The moment I get triggered, not an hour later. You know what my therapist told me? I was saying this when we were before we started filming. I like to wait until it gets here, because I think God is going to come and rescue the situation, and sometime the anointing going to come down, and then peace is going to be made in the middle of the valley. My therapist said, you got to leave when it's right here.
When you see it get there, before it gets there, when you see it.
The moment you see,
you got to go.
That you have to leave then. You cannot risk your life, your reputation, your integrity, your freedom.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, we're now dealing with a real serious situation, right? Okay, so I'm very proud of her for leaving, but I'm even more proud of Ashley. They're not on the same team right now. They're not seeing each other. How did y'all feel when y'all saw Ashley go out to find Candace?
I loved it because it showed growth. It showed maturity. It showed sisterhood. It was a lot.
And it just showed me that she really wants this to work.
Right.
You know, she really wants.
I don't want to beef with you.
Yeah.
I got a baby. That's my concern. I'm not trying to. You're not my concern. I'm not. Yeah. That's what it gave.
Yeah.
To me, that was real grown woman shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
And Ashley, I have to give that to you because she really showed, like, this is how you be mature. Mm-hmm. And even when she was talking, she was like, well, let's go ahead and talk about it now. And Candace was like, no, I'm not ready. She said, okay, because I don't want you to feel attacked.
I don't want you to feel, right.
It's all good. But then Monique talks about how Candace had to walk away. Oh, she couldn't take it. She couldn't.
She turned around and
she
did the same thing.
But then who? But see, this is karma. When who?
Sharice.
When Sharice walked into that room, and Giselle again brought it up.
I'm telling you, your girl, she stirs that pot. I love her.
Listen,
but Giselle gonna stir.
I want Newberg
to
hear me. When Giselle becomes y'all first lady again, baby,
it's on.
Y'all can best believe very little gonna get past. So all y'all that's running game, doing whatever, when Giselle comes,
she catching it. She catching it all. She ain't gonna miss nothing.
I agree. But the moment that situation was brought up, Monique immediately decided to do the same thing she just drugged
Candace for doing.
And I appreciate
Sharice.
It was Sharice.
No, it was Sharice when she
said
that
Robin.
No, I thought Sharice said so we can talk about Candace
after
doing
Robin
it.
She did say that.
Okay.
Robin called it first.
And I want to give a shout out to Sharice because you're working really hard to get back on this show. And honestly, Monique probably would not even have a storyline right now.
I won't even say she's working hard because she's on there. Like, we talking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So now she's working hard. She's just doing what she's doing. So
exactly. But you know what Sharice said, and I don't know if this is true. She said, I don't know what the problem is between me and Monique.
That's what she said.
So
now rumor has it is that she
she
put a rumor out about Monique sneaking around with her trainer.
Okay.
What have you, right?
Right.
But that's it.
See, that's the problem with image. When you're trying to maintain an image for people. Like, you can't really be honest. It's very likely she could have got involved with her trainer. It could be just a rumor. But work it out. You get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, just because someone said it doesn't mean that they were trying to be malicious. They could say, this is what I heard.
This is just what I heard, yeah.
You know, like, yo, what's the real deal? It doesn't mean that Sharice was actually putting it out there. She was just saying, yo, this is what I heard too. But I guess her, Monique, because again, Monique is on the show because of Sharice. Because they were best friends. That's how she got on the show, and then Sharice got kicked off the show.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, you did. We talked.
Yeah.
So we're gonna continue to watch as
yes,
this
we
unfolds.
Yes, we
hopefully episode 4
I want to see more of Sharice.
I'm
Me
sure you will.
too.
I want to see more of Sharice.
Because I need to understand why Sharice don't know what she has done and if she really did it. Because that's the thing about rumors. No one knows how they got started.
What was her intentions behind it? You know?
Let me tell you, if her intentions was to get back on this show, you're doing it.
Yeah. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in to our review of the Real Housewives of Potomac.
Potomac.
It's Potomac to me because I'm from Decatur, right here in Atlanta.
Exactly.
Episodes 2 and 3. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
Share our
Instagram, our social medias.
I say YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And here at Kingz in Konversation,
okay,
we like to do this thing called
What? Lunch on Us.
So make sure that you guys are going under the
new
the new post and putting your cash apps, and we're gonna choose a winner. We have a few winners.
Yes, we have people who we've been cashing out their money
actually had the opportunity to have lunch with one of our lunch on us.
Mocha, how was that?
We had a great time.
I was at the gym and you called me. I was like, what's going on?
I was just getting back in Atlanta.
About to pass out on the treadmill to about, hello,
Hey. Child, I'm trying to get this core right for Puerto Rico. I plan on being naked.
Oh,
heard that.
So if you guys
weekend.
are fortunate enough to win lunch on us, make sure you send us a 15-second video telling us what you had to eat.
Yes.
And
that you got the money.
Yes, you got the money. And the good thing is we are now including it in our videos. So you guys get to see what our lunch on us winners are looking like and what they're eating and things like that. And
exactly.
Mocha, as I said, had lunch. We're going to put that video up.
Yeah. Mocha, how long were y'all there?
We were there for like almost 2 hours. Like we stayed there a long time. We drank for a while. We ate, talked,
and make mention the lunch on us winner is not even from Atlanta.
Right,
he drove to Atlanta to have lunch with us.
Yes. Oh my God, from Dallas?
He drove here from Dallas. Yeah, I think he just left.
So if y'all want to have lunch on us with us, please let us know, and we're gonna make that happen.
And I wish we could have been there, but our schedules are like so busy. We're all doing different projects, and you're still filming on a reality show, and you got a movie and shows coming. You just doing everything.
Everything. He got his hands everywhere.
But that don't mean don't cast me. If y'all can cast me.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much again for supporting the Kingz and Konversation. We love y'all. We filming late tonight, and we all sleepy. Bye, everybody.
See you later. Bye.